Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In continuation to the videos in the playlist Linear Algebra Made Easy, today we are going to discuss something more related to linear transformation. In tutorial 5 on linear transformation, we have seen using some applets where we were looking at some linear transformation specifically by using 2 by 2 matrices. So here we have seen these examples where the transformation matrix was 2 by 2 and we were transforming a vector from two-dimensional space to another vector in two-dimensional space using these examples. We have seen some more applets in this video. In the next tutorial, we have seen the mathematics behind linear transformation and we have seen that a linear transformation can be from m-dimension space to n-dimension space. What does that mean and how we can understand if you're not from math background? I will try to make it easy in this tutorial by using some applets. We will also discuss rank of a matrix and column space in the video. So make sure you watch the video until the end. So when we say linear transformation, it means a matrix. We have already seen that matrix vector multiplication can be represented as linear transformation of that vector in our previous tutorial. And in those examples, we have taken a 2 by 2 matrix. But we can have non-square matrices also, like we might have a 3 by 2 matrix or 2 by 3 or 4 by 3 or something like that. Then how this linear transformation can be defined? Can you imagine? Take a pause and think on that. Probably we have discussed one example related to this in the previous tutorial when we were talking about dimensions of this matrix. So let's understand this with a simple example. Suppose A is a matrix which is a 2 by 3 matrix, means 2 rows and 3 columns. So we have 3 columns, 2 rows, and we apply it on a vector. So we know the rules of matrix multiplication. The dimension of vector should be 3 cross 1 because these should match. So it would be a 3-dimensional vector, and if we do the matrix vector multiplication, the output vector would be of what dimension? I hope you have guessed. It would be 2 cross 1. So we will be getting a 2 cross 1 vector. So we can understand that we are starting with a 3D space and we are reaching to a 2D space if we are applying a matrix of dimension 2 by 3. This we will see in an applet also. And similarly, you can look for this example where your matrix is of dimension 3 by 2. It means you have 3 rows and 2 columns and you are applying it on a vector. So as per the rules of matrix vector multiplication, the dimension of vector can be just 2 by 1 because these dimensions should match for matrix multiplication, right? So it is a 2-dimensional vector, and when we apply this transformation, the output would be, you might have guessed, this 3 cross 1. So we will be getting a 3D vector. So this is the example where we would be starting with 2 dimensions and the resulting vector would be in 3 dimensions. So it's just discussing the dimensions here without using any numbers or without showing you the transformations. Let's look at this transformation in some of the applets. 2D to 3D and 3D to 2D. So here is the example of a linear transformation from 3-dimension space to 2-dimension space. On the left hand side, you can see it is a 3-dimension space and the input vector has these coordinates x1 0, x2 0.9 and x3 is 0.5. So the input vector u is this 0, 0.9 and 0.5. And by dragging the points here on the screen, we can always change the position of the input vector. As of now, I am keeping it as it is. This here in the Excel sheet in between the two screens, you can see is the transformation matrix. And this transformation matrix is, you can see, it is a 2 by 3 matrix. 2 rows and 3 columns. So A matrix is 2 by 3 matrix. And when we apply this 2 by 3 matrix on this 3 by 1 vector, the output vector would be of dimension 2 cross 1. So you can see here this matrix vector multiplication on a screen. This is A, your matrix, which is defined by these coordinates, and U, the vector which you are taking as input vector. And when we do the matrix vector multiplication, we get the output which is a 2 cross 1 vector. So basically we are taking a 3-dimensional vector here and we are transforming it to a 2-dimensional vector, and we can see geometrically where this lands. So this was x, your input vector at this coordinate, where x1 is 0, x2 is 0.9 and x3 is 0.5, and the output vector lands at this point y. You can see the coordinates here. Y1 is 0.2 and y2 is 1.15. So you can always change the coordinates, you can change this matrix and see where the input vector lands in the two-dimensional space. So just play around with these coordinates. Suppose your x1 is also having some value, so it is the three-dimensional space. Now it is clearly visible that it is a 3D vector because the coordinate is now not 0, and where it lands after the transformation, you can see it lands at 0.62 and 0.31. It is again in two-dimensional space. Whatever combination of coordinates you take here, you can see that your three-dimensional vectors are landing to two-dimensional plane, right? And one more point is you can also change the entries in the matrix here and you can see its impact. So suppose I just make some random changes in the matrix here just by writing something else, and I'm getting something else. So you can play around with this applet, but the crux is when you are applying a 2 by 3 matrix, you are basically going from a 3D space, this is 3 dimension, to a 2D space, right? And this we have seen in the previous tutorial also, where we have defined it like this: linear transformation is from m dimension space to n dimension space, and this can be represented by a matrix of dimension n cross m. Those who have watched the previous tutorial can understand this notation, and if you don't understand, don't worry, but you can see that how dimensions works when we are talking about linear transformation, right? We see another example of the reverse case where the input vector would be of 2 dimensions and we would be landing to 3-dimension space. So here you see another example where this is the coordinate of your input vector x. X is here and the coordinates are 0.5 and minus 0.4. If you want, you can drag and change the coordinate, right? So it is in 2-dimension space and you apply this matrix right here. So your matrix is here 3 by 2 matrix with the coordinates 1, 0, 2 and 0, 1, 1. So you are applying a 3 by 2 matrix on a 2-dimension vector. Here you can see this is 3 by 2. This is a 2 by 1 matrix and the output is 3 by 1 vector. So you are landing here in a 3-dimension space. This is your 3D space on the right hand side of the screen, right? So where your input vector lands, this x lands at this point y with these coordinates. You can see here this y. And if you want to look at the coordinates also, you might want to click here to look at the better picture. So now you can see that 2D and here it is a 3D figure, right? And again, you can change the coordinates of x1 and x2 here, whatever you want to do. Suppose we are making it 0. Let me try. Then here also the first coordinate becomes 0. So you can play around with these values and you can see. And again, you can change the matrix as well, and you will see whatever values you change, accordingly your coordinates would change here in the space, right? So you can play around with these values and see what happens, and you can go back by refreshing it from here. So basically in these applets we have seen that when we are applying a linear transformation or we are writing it in terms of matrix vector multiplication, the dimensions of input space and output space can be different. So if we are starting with a suppose 5-dimension vector, it might be possible that we land to a 10-dimension vector, or maybe we can land it to 2-dimension vector or whatever, right? So these dimension can be different, and these dimension would depend upon the dimension of the corresponding matrix. Now here we want to introduce one more terminology, that by applying a linear transformation we might land to a different dimension space. So the dimension of the output space, is known as rank of the matrix. So let's formally define rank of a matrix.